Hi, I'm Veronica Brandon Miller.
And I'm Kelly Davis Strasbaugh.
And this is Goodwill, Minnesota's Good News,
where we get to share with you some of the good that's happening in our community.
And there's a lot of good that we get to talk about. And today we have two fabulous guests.
Yes.
But first, I wanted to talk about the Giving Challenge,
which is
in a few
literally
days.
Here.
Yeah, in a few days. And the Giving Challenge is a partnership through and made possible by the Community Foundation of Sarasota County and the Patterson Foundation with the support of the William G. and Marie Selby Foundation, the John S. and James L. Knight Foundation, Manatee Community Foundation, and the Herald Tribune Media Group.
Yes.
And this year, Goodwill, Minnesota is partnering with Meals on Wheels Plus, and we're calling it Goodwheels.
Goodwheels. It's been awesome. So basically, companies have signed up to support us. We bring the Goodwill's bike to their location, and their employees get involved. We have had iHeartMedia, Remax Alliance Group, BMO Harris Bank, Seaside Bank, oh my gosh.
Kaiser University.
Just a billion partners, not really a billion, but and I heard actually that there are 400 people, nonprofits signed up for the Giving Challenge this year, which is amazing.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So we're very excited, and we'll be talking more throughout this show. But first, did you know that Goodwill, Minnesota has a Veteran Services Program? And in fact, last year, we helped 500 veterans reintegrate back into the civilian workforce.
Yep.
And this year, we are proud to create the SERVE program. You see the logo on your screen. And what that stands for is Special Emergency Resources for Veterans. What we realized through the help of Bill Robertson and Steve Hall, two business gentlemen who are also on the Goodwill Minnesota's Veterans Task Force, is that veterans need emergency funding for various things. So with the help of these two gentlemen, Goodwill Minnesota has created SERVE. And to find out more information, go on experiencegoodwill.org and find out how you can help our veterans and help them reintegrate back into the civilian workforce.
Yeah, it's been great because obviously when you shop or donate, you help us place people in jobs. That's you guys have watched the show, you know that. That's our mission, is changing lives through the power of work. But through SERVE, if you are a veteran and you need a light bill paid, or you need your car fixed, we will help you through the SERVE program, through that special funding that those gentlemen helped us create. So that's been a really great initiative for us.
Yes, and you're going to be hearing more about it because in October, 30 days prior to Veterans Day, more than 100 restaurants from around the area will be doing a SERVE roundup. So when you go to any of these restaurants and you want to round up your bill, that money comes to help veterans. So we'll be talking more about that in the coming months.
That's a great thing.
Anyway, so now let's talk to our two fabulous guests. We have Mr. Wonderful, Tom Waters.
Oh.
Yes, which I do love. President and CEO of Easter Seals of Southwest Florida. And we also have Barbara Patton, President and CEO of the Manatee Community Action Agency. So thank you both for coming on. So Tom, let's talk about Easter Seals.
Love it. My favorite subject.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for hosting this and doing this. You're bringing people together in many ways, and partnership is an integral part of what we do as nonprofits. And so this is a great leadership activity that you and Goodwill are taking on. So thank you.
Oh,
Easter Seals, Southwest Florida, will be 70 years old next year.
Wow.
Started as Happiness House back in 1946. Okay, when polio victims were actually surviving polio, and we needed a place for them to rehab. So we went from rehabbing children right across the street from the airport, which is where they were housed when they had the polio, believe it or not, in Quonset huts. So they built Happiness House, which is still standing almost 70 years later. Whole other subject, but it's an amazing facility that has seen so many people prosper. So you go from the medical rehab to education. What do we need to do next to empower? So Easter Seals, which was then Happiness House, started their education model. So kids have been getting education there at Happiness House for many, many years. So we have a preschool starting 6 weeks all the way to 5 years old, an inclusive program, children with and without disabilities coming together. 70% of the kids are economically disadvantaged in addition to having disabilities. So if you add that double
whammy,
exactly, you can imagine what happens. So I get to go every day and with these 80 plus little ones and watch them overcome things like apraxia, where 2 years ago little Chance couldn't speak. It's when your brain thinks you're speaking slowly, but you're actually speaking very quickly and people have trouble understanding. Well, little Chance has gone from not being able to be understood to one of the leaders of his VPK class. And will be going into school ready to roll and ready to lead with that whole group.
And his name just happens to be Chance.
His name just happens to be Chance, which will tie into the Giving Challenge because we're going to ask people to come take a chance with us. And so Chance is an amazing young man. And so actually we'll be at the Community Foundation visiting, so anybody that wants to come see us there or at our launch at 11:30, there'll be a lot of fun things happening there. But our preschool is so important, 0 to 5, making that difference. And for our viewers that really love that return on investment, for every dollar we invest there, we save $8.60 in future services. So that's not to mention the lives you've changed, what you're doing in terms of economics and support. So we go to after school, okay, where we go and we pick up kids and bring them to Happiness House. Then we have our own high school, the VIP Academy. I affectionately call it our ODA Academy, and we actually have a partnership with ODA Academy where their students come and work with our students.
That is cool.
One of the greatest gifts we could give ODA, and one of the greatest gifts ODA can give us. Okay, embracing our differences, something we try to do here in Sarasota County and Manatee County as well. Pretty special. So you go all the way through high school. Where do you go from there? Well, sometimes we get to go over to Goodwill and have our high school students get good work at Goodwill. And I think you all know Dalton.
We love Dalton.
If you have not been to our store on North Trail at Mecca, Dalton is one of the greeters, and he is just fabulous. He's such a sweetheart.
Graduate of our VIP Academy, and I'll have you know that of our 3 graduates this year, all 3 had jobs before they graduated.
That is awesome.
Now, think
Love
about
that partnership.
That is
Love that
awesome.
partnership.
It's all about partnering and making a difference. So from high school to adult programming to employment, custom employment, you all do a phenomenal job at employment, and we help get folks jobs all around. But what's really been kind of amazing to me is our senior programming. So many people are outliving their parents. So we have 30 or 40 adults who are all over 60. So we have our own little senior friendship center. And so we're partnering with Senior Friendship. So we go down and we bring our folks down for bingo. It's amazing because Senior Friendship feels like they're giving back, and they are. And our folks are getting to enjoy something that they normally wouldn't get to enjoy in an inclusive environment. Okay? So things that'll be happening are, we're adding Write a Play, and we're adding a lot of different things to continue to enhance the programs. But any day you come out, if you're ever having a rough day, just come on up to Happiness House Easter Seals, where it was for the last 69 years, right across from the airport, just down the street from Primo's on Braden Avenue. And I can assure you, if it's not the little ones, it'll be a high school student. If it's not a high school student, it'll be one of our seniors that'll make your day.
I know. I love your facility. And if you haven't been on a tour, definitely reach out to Tom. What is your website?
www.easterseals-swfl.org.
And you're always looking for volunteers.
Absolutely. A phenomenal opportunity in the preschool, sort of the foster parent, tremendous, but all the way to our kids' night out.
That's what I love. Go ahead.
It's an amazing outreach.
I get all excited. Talk about it.
It really is an exciting program. It's our outreach into the community where we do respite care, caregiver relief for parents with kids medically fragile and with disabilities. Once a month, they all come to our facility. And we have Moat Marine Laboratory, surprise, surprise, who comes out and helps, one of the folks I love as well, and as well as a number of other programs. But literally, and last month we had the Young Republican Club come out and volunteer. The month before that, the Young Professional Group. If you have a group that wants to have an amazing episodic experience, call me at Easter Seals and we'll set you up.
It's great because that is a 24-hour for that parent. So just giving them the opportunity to have a date night and drop off the child in a caring environment where they're having loads of fun. They actually can enjoy a night out. When you told me that, I was just like, that is such an awesome project. So let's talk about the Giving Challenge.
Giving Challenge, again, one of my favorites, a little history with the Community Foundation that I'm very proud of. And
that's how we met.
And that is exactly where we met, and connecting people to things they care about, and sort of what we're doing today. For us, the Giving Challenge at Easter Seals is a great opportunity this year. We have a 3-to-1 match. For everybody that contributes to Easter Seals during that 24 hours, up to $250, they get matched by the Patterson Foundation. We have a donor who has created an internal match that will match that again. So 1 turns into 3,
I know.
And our launch party at 11:30 that morning, September 1st, at Easter Seals will include the Gulf Coast Community Choir. Now, some of you may or may not have heard of that, but it's an amazing choir that was spearheaded by Carol and Carol Buchanan, some community leaders and philanthropists in this area, whose choir will go out to nursing homes and other places in the area to entertain, but they do a concert, at least one every year, to benefit nonprofits. They've been doing this for many, many years. The Buchanans came from New York. She's on the board of FST and Embracing Our Differences, and just a neat partner. So she's partnering with us. The choir is partnering with us to kick off the Giving Challenge with music, with children and adults of all abilities, and a choir that is made up of our community that's about as diverse a choir as you'll get a chance to see.
That is awesome. And anybody can come out.
Anybody can
11
come out.
o'clock.
11, be there by 11:15. The
11:15.
festivities start at 11:30, and we'll look forward to seeing you.
And that information's on your website.
Correct.
Let's say the website again.
www.easterseals-swfl.org.
Yeah. Actually, it's on the screen right now, so I hope you actually go on and find out how you can pop in to the Giving Challenge and even beyond the Giving Challenge. Again, we talked about volunteers. What other services can people help sponsor for you?
Well, we've got a couple of neat activities coming up that I think most will enjoy. We have the Manatee Players Partnership, where we're doing the Boys Next Door performance. And it's a comedy about adults in a group home, light but very compelling, and bringing out things that folks would love to know a little bit more about. We're going to have a little reception before. The entire gate that evening goes to Easter Seals.
That is awesome.
So
we love the Players Theater.
The Players, great partner. Tickets or donation, I should say, is $75. Come out, support the Players. Go any night that it's playing. But it's a neat opportunity for folks to learn about an important issue, have a great evening at the Players. So September 23rd is the night you come with us, or go any night that it's playing, September 10th through the 27th.
But for your night,
our night is the 23rd. We'd love to see it our night, but we'd be glad if you're there any night.
Oh, I love
It's funny
that.
because I sent my audition tape to the Manatee Players, and they told me they closed down. So I'm surprised that they're still
Well, it's
open.
because you sent a tape every day for 365 days.
But that sounds really fun.
Well, if you'd like to come out for something a
Thank
little
you.
different,
Thank you. I'll be like, oh, you
we're
guys are
actually
still
having
open.
an
That's
unforked
awesome.
event, okay, with USF, another partnership where we have an organic farm. So when you come out to Braden Avenue, if you want fresh herbs, organic herbs, cilantro, whatever, tough to get anywhere but here in Plant City, you can get not only those herbs, but our adults and our high school students help create that. And we're doing a really neat dinner, very inexpensive, on the 30th of October. So lots of chances to come and visit.
Oh, that's fabulous. Again, everyone, make sure you go to the Easter Seals website. That is fabulous.
So sweet.
Thank you. And now let's join our next guest, Barbara Patton. So tell me about the Manatee Community Action Agency.
Yes, and thank you for the opportunity to come and visit and chat with you. And before the show, we were able to form partnerships and talk about things that we all have in common with our kids.
Love it.
Manatee Community Action Agency is just that, a community action agency. And there are about 1,000 of us nationwide. And the overarching goal or mission of community action is to really move people out of poverty and into long-term economic self-sufficiency. Community action is 50 years old, and we were really born from the 1964 Economic Opportunity Act under Lyndon Johnson, and how the war on poverty that he declared back in the 60s came about, and this is a true story, is, as you would know, President Kennedy was assassinated. Lyndon Johnson was the vice president, and after being sworn in, he had only a year in office before he needed to campaign on his own to become the next president of the United States. He was not a particularly popular vice president or well-known vice president, so he needed a hook to catch the nation. And this is the part that is really true. He was going through President Kennedy's desk in the Oval Office, and he found handwritten notes from President Kennedy about a poverty initiative that he wanted to start. And when Johnson found those notes, he said, that's my hook. He says, I'm going to declare war on poverty. We're going to end poverty in the United States. He had a very lofty goal of doing it within about a year and a half. 50 years later, we are still waging the war on poverty. And from there, approximately 2,000 community action agencies sprung up to handle all the money that was just pouring out of Washington, D.C. into the local communities. And as years passed, and as we got wiser and more prudent with money, the community action agencies that were really embracing the spirit of fighting poverty were the ones that remained funded and survived. And we were incorporated here in Manatee County in 1968, and we were one of the good guys that survived, and here we are now in 2015 doing many special things. In terms of what we do, that's one thing about community action, it's eclectic. Let's start with our youngest clients. We have Head Start and Early Head Start, which is a comprehensive early childhood program that really addresses all the needs of the child. If you're a child living in poverty and you're coming to school hungry, you're not going to be able to learn. And we find our kids that come in on a Monday morning, they're hungrier than when they come in on a Friday, because we provide breakfast and lunch and snack. We have to provide, and we do provide, 2/3 of the calories that they take in during the course of a day. We provide dental services, health services, and of course those very important school readiness skills. So when they transition to kindergarten, they're ready to learn, and they're on an even keel with other children in the community.
So Healthy Start falls under your coalition?
No, Healthy Start is a separate program. It's not part of our agency. Head Start and Early Head Start addresses, the needs that I've just talked about, but we also have home visiting programs. And that's where we really find it so exciting that we form individual friendships and relationships with families because we go into their homes. And we have 3 programs. One is called HIPPY, and that stands for Home Instruction of Parents of Preschool Youngsters. And that's a school readiness program where a home visitor will go in and will, through role playing, teach the parent, as the parent is playing the role of the child, school readiness skills and pre-literacy skills. And then after the home visitor leaves, the parent spends the rest of the week teaching the child those skills that she had been taught, or he had been taught.
That is adorable.
And what we're seeing is that these parents are really learning that they are their child's first and most important teacher.
Right.
And
Wow,
we find we get great feedback when those kids go to kindergarten. The kindergarten teachers say, I can pick out that child. That's a hippie child, because they are ready to learn.
I want to be a hippie
They are
child.
ready to learn. We also have a program called Healthy Families, and that's also a home visiting program. And that's geared to families that may have some higher risk factors for child abuse and neglect. These are moms that may have come from an abusive childhood themselves. They may be victims of domestic violence. There may be substance abuse in the homes. We've got some real serious issues going on that the child is living with every day. And through the home visitors, we're addressing those parenting issues that reduce the risk of abuse and neglect. And we have a 98% success rate doing that.
Awesome.
So we are just real proud of that.
Wow.
Our third program for our little ones is called Parents as Teachers, and it's just that. It's teaching both child development and parenting skills, as well as school readiness skills to preschool youngsters. Again, getting them ready for that kindergarten bell to ring.
Well, what's beautiful is your organization is doing that one-on-one and really hearing. So it's not as if it's in a group and you hope that they attain what was taught and go home. You're actually doing a train the trainer and really instilling, better methods. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that. I had no
It's
idea.
adorable.
We had a parent come back a couple of years ago, a Head Start parent, and part of the Head Start program is not just working with the child, but working with the family. And there's a policy council, which is a parent group, and it's kind of a governing policy-making group for Head Start. And the mom came back and said, I was just elected the president of the PTA at their child's elementary school, and she said, if I had not been on the policy council and had learned what Robert's Rules of Order is, how to read a budget, how to make a motion and second it and vote, she said, I would never have had the confidence to go into that elementary school and step up in a leadership position.
Are they doing Robert's Rules of Orders out of PTA office?
Well, we're
Or
doing it
PTA
at the Head
group?
Start Policy
I
Council
love
meetings.
That. We learned it in FFA.
Oh, there you go.
Question. And then everybody has to vote.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part. I just love calling question randomly.
So as a parent can advocate
Love
for
that.
their child through the, all the way through high school, those are lessons that are so wisely have been learned. But speaking of being eclectic, we also weatherize houses. We weatherize houses.
All right.
Now that program is aimed mostly at our older citizens, and many of them are in mobile homes, older mobile homes. And the purpose of the weatherization is not to rehab the house. We're not putting in new pretty kitchen cabinets. We are trying to reduce their energy costs. And we do that by going in and putting in new appliances that may be more energy efficient, replacing air conditioning, that's a big one for our clients there, replacing windows, putting film on windows, doing insulation, and on average, we reduce home energy bills by 50%.
Now, how can people learn about this and other stuff that you're doing?
All our programs and services are on our website, and that is www.manateecaa.org. And you can just click on the service that you may be looking for.
Now, are you participating in the Giving Challenge?
We certainly are. We are one of the agencies that participated from the very beginning. So this is our third year with the Giving Challenge, and we're really trying to step it up this year. We kind of dabbled our feet the first 2 years, and now we're really making a push and hoping to make a difference in what we are able to raise for all the services that we provide.
Oh, that's fabulous. And how can people, are you looking for volunteers or to fund certain projects? Is it all on your website?
It's all on the website, and we are always looking for volunteers, both to donate time and, of course, their resources.
Oh, that's excellent. And let's give the website one more time.
www.manateecaa.org.
manateecaa.org.
Counting the A's.
Yes.
There's 2.
2 A's.
Well, you know, what I love about the show is we want to share with you good news. And I already knew about the Easter seals, but now I've learned even better news with your organization. So this is wonderful.
It's very cool.
Yeah, and I hope everybody out there learned something. But now you gave us good news, and we're going to put you to work. Okay. So the last 5 sections is fabulous finds in 5 minutes. And just remember, every time you donate or shop to Goodwill, you're helping to create a job or job training skills for someone with a barrier to employment. So again, every time you donate or shop, you're really changing a life.
Yeah. Even if you're just giving us a pair of jeans that doesn't fit anymore, or you're going and purchasing a book for your student, or well, your child, but your student.
Or donating your ex's clothes.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
I actually was down in the Northport Bargain Barn recently, and I saw a trophy, which I thought was hilarious because I'm like, well, somebody's wife or something gave away their trophy, and they're gonna find out later. Right. That's pretty funny. Yes. You know, we always think of the backstories behind somebody donating something.
Don't you wish you could tell?
Yeah. I'm like, I wish this item could talk. It'd be hilarious. I wanted to buy it and be like, look, did you know I played softball? Men's softball in college? Anyway, no comments from the Peanut Gallery. Thanks, Veronica. So this week, we focus a lot on women's fashion. So since I had Mr. Tom on the show today, I wanted to make sure I gave him maybe the upper hand or maybe not. I don't know. So we were talking about a lot of back-to-school fashions. You know, there's a lot of really cool trendy items out there right now, so I always like to keep an eye out for that. And our stores are really good about kind of showing really neat items as well. So let's pretend that you have a teenage son and he is getting ready to go back to high school, middle school, whatever, or college. So I picked out 2 outfits that are pretty hip, if I do say so myself. So the outfit on the left, we have these great cargo shorts. And men are lucky; they don't have to really worry as much about the length of their shorts as women do, but they're really cool. And then a great shirt layered under this this really neat like overshirt. I don't know the names for men's clothing as much.
Undershirt, overshirt.
Undershirt, overshirt. And then the other outfit, we have some cool slouchy khakis with a knitted t-shirt. All right, so if you had to pick my 2 wonderful guests, would you say the outfit on the left costs less or the outfit on the right? If you had to take an educated guess. And these are Goodwill prices too, and I'm not going to tell you the brands.
I'm going to choose the one on the right.
The one on the right, you think that costs less?
How about you?
Actually, the one on the left.
The one on the left, okay. Let's see who's right.
Yeah.
Ta-da!
Wow.
This is before tax. So the outfit, the only reason the one on the left costs a little more is because we had the extra undershirt. But for $1.99, I mean, does it really matter? So we have brands here that are like O'Neill, we had Quicksilver, and we had some great Target pants. So just items that for a male teen, I mean, I know I dress my husband, he's 25, and sometimes I'm like, this is a shirt for $25, you're gonna wear it 3 times, and then you're never gonna wear it again.
Yeah.
So why not pay $5 for a shirt and, get my money's worth?
And what's beautiful about this is you paid $10.97, and the original cost would have been over $90.
Yeah.
So,
and you're helping put people to work, and you're giving your kid a really great outfit. Kids grow so quickly. I mean, people tell me, I don't have kids, so I don't really know.
Yeah.
But people grow so quickly when they're young that you spend all this money, and then they wear it twice, and then they're already grown out of it. So this way, you can buy outfits that are affordable, you can find great fashions, great brands, and then you donate it back when you're done with it. And you continue to reinvent your own style, you reinvent the life of someone else, and it's just a lot of fun. Give your kids like $50 and send them in a Goodwill, and then you're good. You don't even have to worry about all the tears and the stress and the anger that comes with back to school shopping.
there you go.
But that's my personal experience, so I don't know anyone else.
Yeah.
So thank you for playing.
Yes, thanks.
Welcome. I'm going to go buy both.
Right.
Thank you.
I'll put them aside for you. Get some cool graphic tees.
And definitely check out experiencegoodwill.org to find out about when we have some sales going. And in the stores, we're going to be having Halloween. So start thinking about your Halloween costume because we have some fabulous finds.
Yes, we do. In 5, or however much time you spend shopping. You don't have to spend 5 minutes. Just trying to go with the name of the show. But
And to find out more information, go on our fashion blog.
We have a Reinvent Yourself fashion blog, and check us out on Fridays on Facebook, #FashionFriday if you want to look it up that way. And so as we mentioned a couple weeks ago, we want to add a male fashion blogger as well. So we have a couple ideas, but if you're interested, if you're a young teen and you want to show other young teens how to dress, let us know.
Or an older professional.
Or an older professional.
Yes, to give your perspective.
Just a regular professional.
Millennial, not millennial. Anyway, thank you again, Barbara and Tom, for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Great news. And everyone, September 1st at noon starts the Giving Challenge. Make sure you go to your favorite organization and donate. Thanks for joining us, and have a wonderful week.
We'll see you next Sunday.